Redbreast 12-year cask strength is a triple distilled, single pot still Irish whiskey. It was matured in both bourbon-seasoned American oak barrels as well as Oloroso sherry-seasoned Spanish oak. Redbreast has been produced almost continuously since the early 1900s. Although the whiskey itself was introduced in 1903, the first official mention of Redbreast only dates back to 1912. Other variants of Redbreast are their standard 12-year-old that isn't cask strength, a 15-year-old, a 21-year-old, and the Redbreast Listau, which is a collaboration with the Bodegas Listau winery in Spain. Most important to keep in mind is that this week I am reviewing the 115 proof non-chill filtered cask strength. So pour a glass for yourself, because here's my review. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nerds Drink Whiskey. Going solo yet again, and I'm okay with that because that means I don't have to share my Redbreast 12-year. I was kind of having a rather interesting week. Let's see if I back this up enough, it might not whitewash it. But try it on the other side here. There we go. So, Redbreast, 12-year. I'd rather not share this because it's really, really good. So, tried to get the guys together, but we're all getting busier and busier, so they weren't able to make it. So, I'm going to keep the Redbreast 12-year all to myself.
It's share time, Buffy.
But it's a great thing. I'm almost done with this bottle. There's probably one more day left. But for now, Dark Helmet, do your thing.
Ludicrous speed!
Now, I usually kind of make fun of all the tasting notes, and I still believe that most tasting notes are an emperor's new clothes kind of thing. It's everybody's afraid to say that they don't really sense any tasting notes because they think they'll be laughed at. I think most of the time, most whiskeys, there's not really a lot of tasting notes. The tasting notes are not that prominent. And I think that does a great disservice to the whiskey community because when a tasting note is very prominent, when it does come to the forefront, you don't make that. It's not as big of a statement that, hey, there is this tasting note on this that you really got to try. And that's how I feel about Redbreast. Is you've got the nose is very fruity mixed with some baking spices, maybe some stew spices in there, and then the taste is kind of a little creamy, but not.
Oh, yeah, it was creamy.
Not too much. It doesn't have it doesn't feel like it's got a thick viscosity to it or anything, but it is a little creamy, and those spices just come even more prominent in the bite. It's got a heck of a bite. It is cask strength, so that what is it, 112, I think. Yes, 112.4 proof. So that 112.4 proof really, really comes in. But because these people know what they're doing, they've made it so that strong cask strength bite really enhances the experience. And so I can't say enough good things about this. You'll get this for about $50 a bottle.
and it's worth every penny. It's a phenomenal expression. On this show we usually don't get a lot of really super expensive whiskeys, mainly because I'm working class. I'm actually a Teamster, member of the Teamsters Union, so I'm blue collar all the way, white trash all the way. Can't really afford a lot of the $500 whiskeys, but I also don't believe that that's necessary. I think that there is a point of diminishing returns when it comes to whiskey, and I think when you get your you don't want to go any lower than 30. But you don't really want to go too much higher than like 100. So this $50 whiskey, worth every penny. It's definitely a $50 whiskey. I would absolutely buy it again. It's highly recommended. I know a lot of other whiskey shows have been talking about how great it is, and it's starting to get a little bit scarce. So it may go up in price soon. That's usually what happens when it gets too high in demand. So I would highly recommend go out there and get your Redbreast 12 now before they jack up the price.
Don't rush me. Don't rush it.
And let me know what you think in the comments. And these little pre-intro videos that I've been doing where you kind of get the quick facts of the whiskey. Let me know what you think of those too, and let me know if I've made any mistakes. This show is we're not whiskey experts on this show. We're just whiskey fans. So feel free to call us out in the comments. You actually help us. You challenge us to become better, and you also give us engagement on our social media channel, which basically just that. Their algorithms only count that as positive. So we highly encourage, call us out if we get something wrong. But by all means, comment, like, subscribe, share, spread the word. And it's the only thing that keeps this show going. So anyways, see you next week for another episode of Nerds Drink Whiskey. And I'm going to... finish my drink here.